listening to What She Said on Canada Talks.
And we are live in studio, and Christine and I are very excited, and we've got lots of people in the room because joining us live in studio is Alessia Cara, and that is her song Here, which is like, for me, I always hated parties. So were you inside my head when you wrote that song?
I guess so. Me too. I think we're inside each other's head. Yeah, I'm glad you feel the same way.
I do. I always hate going to those kind of parties and everything. But you performed this song on Ellen, and she loves you. That must have been quite an experience.
It was like amazing. She's so nice, and I'm such a fan of the show and of her. So being on there was like, whoa, it's crazy.
Alessia, you're only 19 years old, and every star out there has noticed you. Where did you come from?
I came from Brampton, Ontario. I still live there, but I'm never really there. And I just posted videos online one day. I just decided to do it, and I had been posting for like 3 years, and no one noticed. And then one day someone noticed, and they were this production company called EP Entertainment.
Right.
And long story short, I started working with them, making some songs, and got signed last year.
Well, it can't have been a really long story, given that you're 19. So Taylor Swift is a fan. I hear that you even spoke to Drake.
Yes.
Yes. How did that happen?
We both performed at this festival in Vancouver called Squamish.
Yes.
And we were just both going to perform, and it was about time. He was about to perform in like 20 minutes. And I guess he knew that I was a fan or something. I don't know how he found out, but he knew that I was a fan. He knew that I was there, so he just like said hello, and it was amazing.
So you have an album coming out Friday.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about the album.
Well, it's called Know It All. And I'm very excited about it. It's been like 2 years in the making. We've been working on all the songs for like 2 years now. So we've had them for a while. Very excited to put them out. And it's just a collection of songs about my life and about being a teen and what that's like, whether that's rebellion or vulnerability, confusion sometimes.
Well, I was listening. I'm lucky enough to hear a preview because we got a preview. And I was singing 17 on the way down thinking, you get it at 19. And I have a 19-year-old, and I'm hoping that she gets that the advice that I gave her is actually good, and maybe they should listen, right?
They should. They really, I think, and I'm sure everyone figures that out eventually at some point.
So when did you figure out that your parents, had a thought in their head?
Yeah, they were onto something. Probably when I was around 17 when we made the song. I was like about to turn 18, and I realized how much I didn't want to grow up. And then I started to, I guess, think more like an adult and realize that their advice was probably worth listening to.
Yeah.
So
you seem pretty grounded. Do you think you're more mature than most people your age because of maybe this industry and the fact that you had this passion early on?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily more mature or not, but I think that this industry kind of does almost force you to become more mature because you have all these responsibilities placed on you all of a sudden, and you're doing all these things, and you have to manage your time, and you automatically kind of become this voice for people, whether that's a role model or just a voice to speak for a certain demographic. So I guess to a certain extent, I'm kind of becoming more mature.
Well, you seem to have your feet on the ground, though. Is that partially due to your parents?
Of course, yeah. I think a huge part of it is because of my parents. Of course, they've raised me to be someone that's nice and kind and to always, be reminded of the things that are important in life.
So one thing, I mean, I'm sure a lot of things have changed for you in the last 2 years, but one thing that hasn't changed from you is your fashion sense, what you wear, who you are. And you were so glad that you found a record label that said, no, we're not, Hollywooding you up or whatever. You're perfect just as you are.
Yeah, and that's a rare thing to find, especially nowadays, and especially in the music industry. That's like the worst place to look for, for that. But I just, was really persistent on just saying that this is who I am, and they agreed, and they're really nice about it, so it's cool.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty clear, and I'm sure the musicality is important to you, but lyrics and the message is a bigger deal to you.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I think songwriting, whether it has a message, I think all songwriting or songs have some sort of message, whether it's positive or indirect or direct. But I think, songwriting is something that's really fascinating to me, like lyrics and the technique and just the message that you send. I think that's the most important.
But you only started like writing songs A
like
couple
2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I wouldn't even say like I'm an official, like I'm a songwriter. I'm learning how to be one, and I think I've obviously done it before, clearly, but I think I'm still learning, and I want to learn more.
So what are your goals for your career? I mean, in terms of who you'd like to work with, or what, I mean, I don't think people have 10-year plans anymore, even 5-year plans, but looking a year ahead.
Year ahead. I mean, that's so hard because I guess in the
Okay,
music
so a
world,
month.
in a month. Yeah, because in the music world, a year is like,
I know,
it's-
a lifetime.
Something
I know.
can happen in like tomorrow, like something huge can happen and change everything, in a day.
Exactly.
It's always changing. But I think my biggest goals are just to be around in a year. I hope that I'll still be making music and people will remember my music years from now. That's just my
Okay,
goal.
well, come on. I mean, Pitchfork, Complex, Spin, they've all crowned you the next big thing in music. I think, you're going to be around as long as you don't follow in exactly the same footsteps as your musical heroine, Amy Winehouse. Yeah.
In terms of longevity, because you say you would like people to be listening to these songs and getting something out of it years down the road, what do you think you have to watch out for in terms of your career? Because you're young. And,
Yeah, of
and
course.
it's a very... It's a rough ride, the music business sometimes.
It is. It definitely is. It's not, everything that you see. You have to definitely be strong-willed, and you have to stick to your gut feeling and stick to your guns every time there's an opinion thrown at you, because there's a lot of opinions thrown at you, like every day, whether it's from just people that you know or people in the industry. There's always opinions. People think they know what's best for you, and you just have to obviously listen to it. Don't just say I know everything and whatever, but you should always know what's best for you, and you should always, if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. And I think that as far as things that I'm afraid of, it's always, I guess, kind of a weird thing to not really know who you can trust 100%, because you don't know what people want from you. So just
Very good, though, that you're watching for red flags.
yeah, and I it's not that difficult now, because it's like I have my friends and I have my family and my team, and that's all I really need. I don't need other friends, really, So.
Well, the Here music video has already racked up, more than 3 million views on Viva?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
pretty awesome.
But you think about it, Four Pink Walls was your EP, right? That's your bedroom. Four
Yeah,
Pink
the
Walls.
Four Pink
And you
Walls,
were shooting videos in your bedroom, putting them out on YouTube. Do you think this could have happened without YouTube?
Maybe. It was definitely, it probably would have been a lot harder, because I don't have any connections to the industry at all. Like, my family members, like, they don't do music. My parents are just regular people. So that would have been hard. So I think definitely the internet gave me that push, but I knew I was meant to do it somehow, and I knew that in some way I was going to do it. So whether that was through YouTube or another way, I'm sure I would have found a way to do it.
Well, you better tell everyone where they're going to be able to get your album, because we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
Well, then I would say that first of all, you can. I know you can get it on iTunes for sure, but if you don't have Apple products, you can get it on like Google Play or any online place, or you can get it in stores soon on the 13th.
And the title again is
Know It All.
Know It All. And she admits she doesn't know it all.
Exactly. Ironic.
What a pleasure to have you in, and we
Thank
wish
you.
you continued success, and I'm sure that there'll be a day when you won't even remember us.
No, that's not true.
Will you come back?
Yes, if you have me, of course.
Of course.
Next time
Okay.
you'll
Go.
sing. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys.
Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.